Hey guys, this is Lupe and this is Justenia. Welcome to Spooky Tales and Cocktails. Today's episode is going to be about haunted objects, episode 9. The cocktail of the week is going to be a London lemonade, which consists of 2 ounces of gin, 4 ounces of fresh lemonade, and a garnish with the lemon wheel. The steps for step 1 is fill a glass with ice, then add the gin and the lemonade and stir briefly to combine and garnish with the lemon wheel. That sounds yummy and like fresh. So basically today the haunted object that I found was the from the Conjuring. It has to do with Ed and Lorraine Warren again, but this time it's a mirror that your witches and sorcerers use to foresee or manipulate the future. Because you know how they say supposedly that mirrors have like a dimension where you could conjure like ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. And that's why they say, a lot of people, they say that it's not good to like look into the mirror late at night or to even have a mirror in general. They say it's bad. But this specific mirror, a person was using it to do like dark magic, and his name is Steven Zeller. He used it to like do black magic. He practiced rituals. He practiced a specific ritual though. It's called a speculum, which is mirror magic, and he would do incantations, rituals, or like conjuring stuff through the mirror that he would let bad spirits let in. And he would do incantation, ask for like specific stuff to happen to his enemies, like just looking at the mirror. At first when he started, nothing would happen. He would just see like little black figures in the back, but really not see anything. But once he started focusing more and concentrating on it, he started seeing more stuff happening, and he would see stuff changing, like stuff like that he would ask for the mirror to do. You know how in the what little kids movie is it, the seven dwarfs, right? Snow White, where the lady would be mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the greatest of them all. But yeah, it's the same thing he would do, but not really. He would just like see through the mirror and ask for stuff to happen. And he was able to foresee the future, and he became to get like addicted and became going deeper in it, that he started seeking revenge towards his enemies, and he would even punish them, and to the point where he became so like malicious that it wasn't just looking through the mirror anymore. It was like he would look through the mirror and like cause damages to his enemies, which wasn't good thing to do. But one day what Steven did is that he made a mistake. He didn't do what you're supposed to do. Like, he did his side of the ritual, and the ritual le contestó. The ritual did whatever he wanted to do, but he never did what he was supposed to do on his side of the ritual, because he was supposed to honor Satan, and he never honored Satan. But yet Satan did whatever like he asked for and all the stuff. So whatever all the stuff that he was asking Satan to do through the mirror was starting to happen to him. So he started getting scared and everything, because like all the stuff that he was wishing upon his enemies was happening to him. And he started hearing like noises, stuff being thrown around his house. And even to the point where like it became very physical, like the spirit, demon, whatever, was starting to attack him in his own home, that he became very, very frightened of even staying home.
Wow. Do you think it was one big demon or multiple?
No, I think it's multiple, because think about it. If you open, like, it's kind of like the Ouija. You don't know how many spirits or what kind of spirits or what demon do you let in. It's just like you just messing around, not knowing what you're doing. And then at the end of the day, you're scared, because you don't know what's attacking you. But he also started like hearing growling noises at night, like at midnight. He would hear the growling noises, that it would wake him up, that he became very frightened, that he ended up going to a Catholic church. and he has the priest. He has the priest say if he could help him out because he feels like he has a demonic entity in his house. The priest told him that he's able to help him, so he ended up, reaching out to Lorraine and Ed Warren for him. And they weren't gonna go because they had stuff to do, but they said, you know what, when we have to help people, we just have to help them. So they ended up going to his house. The first day that they went to his house, they realized how scared and frightened he was, because the same day that they went, stuff started happening too. Like cars from the sidewalk, not from the sidewalk, but en donde los tienen parqueados, right in the road and stuff, they all started moving, like crashing into each other. So they just got they just got scared of that. But not Ed and Lorraine Warren, but just the guy, because Ed and Lorraine Warren are used to seeing this type of stuff, but they could see that whatever was in that house was not a good ghost, and it wasn't like a ghost at all. It was a demon. So what they ended up doing is that Ed Warren ended up reversing the ritual, and after that, después, like, they were able to help him. They reversed a lot of stuff, but even then, también cuando they were reversing everything, they heard the exact same thing that the guy did, and they saw stuff being thrown as well, because bad spirits don't want you there if you're helping. So they had that, but they were able to stop it for a bit. But he said that it wasn't going to be something permanent, since he opened something that he wasn't supposed to. He let a demon in. So the Warrens were gonna go home. He asked, he's like, wait, are you guys gonna leave the mirror here? Like, but in my head it's like, why are you even asking? Like, you're the one that got the mirror. But they ended up taking the mirror because he told them if they could take it, and they're like, why not? Like, might as well take it now than later, have it in their museum. But they're already like going home and everything, and stuff started happening to them when they were driving home. They had like a car that had no plates, no lights, no nothing, like follow them home, and that car would throw like slime stuff on their windshield like 12 times, that they ended up getting off the road and taking like a private, like a private road or second route, whatever you want to call it, so they won't have to deal with this again. But then, like, an hour within the new route that they took, another car started following them. But this time, it was already dark at night. Ya era la noche, so the car was like full speed. When you're racing someone and you just want to beat them. But he went really fast, to the point that they got scared because they thought they were gonna die, because that car kept going fast, and like he hit their bumper, and then he disappeared, and then he came back again, and he did the same exact thing. But this time when he came, there was another car from the opposite lane that was coming, so they were scared. Like, at this point, they kind of felt like it was a demon entity, like, driving that car, and felt like they were gonna die or an accident was gonna happen, because they were so frightened that they ended up, because the car was oncoming, and then the car was in the back, kept pushing them, that they knew an accident was eventually gonna happen. Después, the Warrens started like praying to Saint Michael, Archangel Michael, that que ya no vaya a pasar nada, and everything's like good for them for the rest of the trip. And dude, right as they were gonna have that terrible accident, and Lorraine was praying to Archangel Michael, that car disappeared and nothing happened to them. That's freaking crazy.
Wow, that is crazy. I was gonna ask you if the car was possessed.
Yeah. So Lorraine said it was a demonic entity driving that car. So, and it's crazy because she said that the car had no place and nothing. It was just pitch dark black, and it's crazy how the devil's able to manipulate things to move or move them. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, they got home safe, everything went good. They got home, they put the mirror in their little museum that they had. And yeah,
Yeah.
and since then they have that mirror, but I think que lo tienen tapado o lo tienen right now in the museum. They either have it covered or not covered. But yeah, you're not supposed to look at yourself in that mirror because bad stuff starts happening. But yeah, guys, that's my story about the conjuring mirror. But what about you, Jasenia? What did you find?
So I just found one object too. It was the dybbuk boxes, and it says here on the definition, Jewish mythology, and it's a box claimed to be haunted by a dybbuk, which is a malicious possessing spirit, and that's in Hebrew, it's a case of attachment or to cling on, like a parasite. Okay,
Like a demonic
so
parasite?
yeah. And I don't know if you've noticed or heard about them like on YouTube videos, and they sell them on Amazon, eBay. They claim they're haunted,
Yeah.
haunted dybbuk boxes. Okay, so and then I found a story actually that was aired on on Travel Channel.
Yeah.
Um, and so this person was selling a dybbuk box on eBay, and the title was Dybbuk Haunted Jewish Wine Cabinet Box. That's how it was, and it was going for $280. They were selling it on eBay.
Yeah.
So this guy, he purchased it on June 2003. His name is Jason Haxton, and he's 63 years old. And when he got interviewed, this is what he quoted. He said, "The day it arrived, I put my hands on it, and it almost felt like the thing collapses into a liquid state. I feel like a knife is coming into my gut. I'm paralyzed in pain. When I go to bed, I have terrible dreams of a tag that seems to come out of that box." So basically, he had heard about that box from a colleague whose roommate had listed it for sale. After bizarre appearances were happening to him, because he owned an antique store with his
Yeah.
wife, and he purchased that from, it was like from a real estate, like when people, pass away and then they just start selling their items like in bulk, like in, little, like in storage wars, auctioning. There you go, auctioning. And so he ended up buying it, and the lady was like, oh, I'm sorry, I think it's a granddaughter. She's like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you about that box. It's a Dybbuk box." And that person that had bought it, well, he's Jewish, so he's heard all the folklore and all the stories. And yeah, she was like, "Yeah, my grandmother was from the Holocaust, and she died at 103 years old, and she had told me never ever to open that box." And so he didn't believe it, whatever. But he's like, "It's an antique." Took it to his antique store, and I think the wife had an experience down in the basement where, like, things like antiques started falling off of the shelves, and like the bulb like broke. And when the husband found her, she was just sitting on the chair, just staring into like space, and like everything was all trashed. Like everything was broken down the basement. But yeah, that's when he decided to sell it off on eBay, and this guy purchased it for $280. Okay, so this dude, when he received it, he opened it, and it was a goblet. So it was like a machinery lock inside of that box to open something, unlock stuff. And there was two locks of hair found in a string, pennies from the 1920s, dried rosebud, cast iron candlestick holder, granite statue engraved with Hebrew lettering, and he just said, the old man said that he just started experiencing like a tidal wave of bad luck. He quoted, "All I knew is that I got this thing. I got what? Way ill. Jesus, I can't even read my own words. Oh, I got very ill. I don't know what happened. I still don't know." So he ended up having a bunch of experiences, paranormal experiences. So then he decided to go to a rabbi. Um, and the rabbi gave him some advice. Place it in a gold-lined wooden container. To negate whatever spirit was haunting it. So he put it in a safe. It was like a military grade case, which he buried in his backyard. Um, and actually, people have been wanting to buy it off of him, but he doesn't want to sell it because he doesn't know what's in it either.
No, yeah, he doesn't want to pass it on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what else I researched is that Post Malone, I guess he opened up a dybbuk box in Zach's Haunted Museum again in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Did you heard about it?
No, I didn't know until right now that you're telling me about it. That's way
Neither,
crazy.
neither. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said that once he had those experiences at the Haunted Museum, and when he opened up the dybbuk box, he got bad luck too. I think he got in a bad car accident. He almost got in a plane wreck. They broke into his house, and that was within that same month that he had opened the dybbuk box.
Dang. That's
Yeah, I was like,
trippy.
what? Mm-hmm.
But that's why they
And
say never open stuff that you don't know what contains in it.
exactly, especially if it's not meant to be open, and
Yeah.
I
Because
don't
you
know,
said that they
but
were
there's
told not to open it, no?
yeah, but you know how I told you that, well, maybe some of them may be fake, but there's a bunch of stuff they sell, like haunted items online and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found that out, and I thought it was something cool to speak out about. There was one other little tiny thing I found. It's called the Busby Stoop Chair, and it's claimed to be haunted. It's also known as the Dead Man's Chair. It's allegedly haunted oak chair that was cursed by the murderer Thomas Busby before he executed by hanging in 1702 in the UK. Um, it says, due to many deaths later attributed to people sitting in that chair, the landlord decided to donate it to the museum. So, and a little bit of background about this Busby guy. He was arrested, tried, and condemned to death after he murdered his father-in-law in 1702. His father-in-law and Busby were running a coin counterfeiting business as well as other criminal enterprises, and they argued about the business, which ended up with Busby killing his father-in-law. One of the stories is that Busby cursing the chair on his way to execution, whereas another says that he was drunk in the chair when he was arrested and cursed it then. Busby was gibbeted at San Hutton Crossroads. I don't know what gibbeted means. I'm pretty sure it was like executed. Beside an inn, which later had its name changed to the Busby Stoop Inn. And it's said to be haunted by Busby's ghost.
Dang, but that's so crazy. It's so crazy how an object could just be haunted, by natural, what is it called? Spiritual forces?
Yeah, but you know how he just cursed it just to say it? And, like, isn't that insane how much power, like, words have?
Yeah, words could be strong.
Yeah, it's, like, very powerful, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's manifesting that we know now.
See, that's why a lot of people, well, you heard this too, like, you never down self yourself, like, I can't do this, or I'm never gonna do this. Because, like you said, words are powerful. Like, you could even make your own negativity happen to you by being negative yourself.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's why, guys, never, you know, make yourself feel certain type of way where you make yourself feel like down or you like shame yourself. Always say good things about yourself, like I'm gonna do this, I'm always, I'm gonna struggle, but I'm gonna get to this point, you know.
Yeah, that's true. There was another thing I was gonna ask you because I think you watched Snow the Product, right? Her podcast.
Oh yeah, I did, about the botella, no, the bottle that was moving.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
but
I
it
was
makes me laugh because she's like, oh, it's okay, it's a it's probably a good ghost, it's probably a stripper hoe, those
gonna.
nice.
Yeah, trying to play it off.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, because so basically they're sitting right, and the can starts moving.
Yeah, and there's no one there, no, and they supposedly like tested it out like a lot of ways and how that bottle was able to move, or that can.
Yeah.
And no, like it didn't happen. So they said, you know what, it was a ghost, but it's a good ghost apparently to her.
No, yeah, but didn't like she was just nonchalantly saying my house, is haunted or the studio is haunted.
Oh yeah, because someone that used to work there was a movie something about somebody that used to live there, like died.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Well, whoa. If anybody hasn't listened to her podcast, it's called Every Night's Podcast.
Yeah. It's a really, really good podcast, dude. Like, the Cheekies and her make a good duo in that podcast, dude. They made me laugh. I literally
Oh my
watched all the entire podcast just listening to their
god.
stories.
Oh my god, did you see when she said that she actually did have a girlfriend?
Yeah, it's crazy because everybody's talking about it now. But I mean, everybody,
Yeah,
I could see it. Like, but then again, we have to understand they're human too. Like, they're not gonna put all their life out there. But I kind of had a feeling.
you did? No, I would have. Oh my
Yeah.
god. No
Because
idea.
también su sister, no sabes, she's in a relationship too.
Who, Jennifer?
I believe so, that she was in a relationship with the girl. I don't
What?
know if she still is, but she was with one too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I mean, love
What's
is
that?
love.
Love is love. It's like, what was that? Like, fat bees need love too.
Yeah. And they're both cancers.
Oh yeah, they're a couple days apart for that.
Yeah.
So
That's
that was
crazy.
that was
Dude, did you
fun.
see the one where Santa Fe Clan went to?
When they're like, oh, say F, I don't know what,
Yeah.
and then he was like, F the police. Yeah, it's pretty good. Definitely don't recommend.
Yeah, their
We're
podcast.
nobody ended up writing to us, huh?
No. But if
No.
anybody out there wants to, send us your story, like I said before, I'm going to leave everything linked right here. You're going to see it on the screen. It's going to have my email and my Instagram. There you go. But yeah, you guys, thank you guys for watching. But like, share, and subscribe. And also, you have time, send us your paranormal experience. Or even give us feedback. Feedback would help us out a lot too.
Feedback is always welcome, or if they have any ideas for the new episodes.
Yes, guys. But thank you guys for watching. You guys have the rest of the day. What is it today? Today's a weekend for us, but you guys have a rest of your day, weekend, or whatever it is. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Bye.